Biafra, superstars, media.
Put your hands together. Happy Easter. Hanakwakaeba. Hanakwakaeba. My people, how on a day? I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Happy holiday, happy Easter. For those that believe in the story of Jesus, the Christianities and the rest of them, today is a day that the Lord rose from the dead. He was crucified on a Friday, and 3 days later, he rose from the dead to free mankind. Fellow Biafrans, rejoice as the Lord raiseth. So does Biafra and the rising sun. That is known as the logo, the symbol for the Biafrans. Fellow Biafrans, today is Easter, a day to celebrate, a day to marry. I say happy Easter to you all. And at the same time, I want us to please listen to the goodwill message by our Deputy Prime Minister, Her Excellency, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. Just few minutes before the fundraising, and I want you all to enjoy the message she brought. Very, very important message for you all to carry, to understand that Biafra has come. Thank you, and please listen to our Deputy Prime Minister. Thank you.
Biafran soldiers that have sacrificed their lives for us. Greetings, everyone. I'm not going to just waste much time because I'm going to come back. I like to introduce the special gift the Lord Almighty has given us. This moment in time, we have three living greatest gifts. We are blessed. Sometimes we cry a lot, but we've forgotten what God is doing for us. We are lucky He gave us somebody like Mazi Kanu. Oh my goodness, the roaring lion. When he stands up, they say, Ude asono namba, anoya namba. These three living sons and daughters of Biafra. Hana Sud and Anasuyan America. Panetino Wanile. NNAMDI Canada Siana Nigerian court. Obidane Heri. Oh, Abatobie. We are lucky.
We are lucky.
Please join me as I welcome a unique, a special blessing, our greatest daughter. Hey, Chukunna. You're welcome. Over to you. I wait.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Well, God bless you. Thank you so much, dear friends. Happy Easter, everyone. It is a glorious day today. Happy Easter to Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, everyone watching all over, from all over the world. I welcome you all today to this special fundraising today. Again, my name is Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. I thank all of you for taking our time to be here today. First of all, I want to recognize and thank our Prime Minister, His Excellency Obato Bie Agune Chemba Simon Ekpa. You are the reason for the season. You are the reason for the season. Anonkan Kampi. I appreciate you. We Biafrans, we appreciate you. We remember you at this moment. And as you soon join us, we are very, very happy for what God has done for us, Biafrans. as we all gathered in Finland and declared our independence on 29th of November 2024. I tell you all, Biafrans, what we have now, who we are now, post-declaration is entirely different from who we are pre-declaration and who we are post-declaration. They are two different bodies. The world is looking at two different entities. The United States of Biafra, pre-declaration, before we declared in Finland, and post-declaration, where we are right now. We remember our Onyendu NNAMDI Kanu, the lion roars. The lion roars. It is because of you that we are doing what we are doing today. Nobody can stop that. Our Onyendu is in the DSS Nigerian dungeon today because we have a terrorist state called Nigeria that continue to kill innocent and genuine citizens, indigenous citizens, killing people by the second. Nigeria as a state is a killing machine. Anybody that promotes that entity, that killer machine, is not going to make the world a better place. That is why we thank God for the declaration of the independence of the United States of Biafra on November 29th, 2024 in Lahti, Finland. It is our collective will. The people have spoken. We met all the criteria to be a nation. And now we are going to gradually implement and execute those factors that made us a nation. We thank our Lord Jesus Christ. Today is Easter. Tomorrow is Easter Sunday. Yesterday was Good Friday. He suffered for us. Christ died so that man will be free. Yes. If he has not sacrificed his life, we will not be free today. Somebody has to make that sacrifice for the rest of the world to be free. Jesus Christ did that. He sacrificed his life. That is what we remember at this period, Good Friday, Easter, when he will rise up and say, it is finished. Biafra will join our Lord Jesus Christ to proclaim that it is finished.
Yes.
That suffering, that holding of our NNAMDI Kanu, that questioning of our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, as Jesus Christ rises from the tomb, that is the way it is going to be finished.
Who is
on Easter Sunday? Biafra has risen, and the Christ said, as I have risen, I cannot be held down again. That is what Biafra is. Within 3 days, we can never, ever be held down again because Christ is risen. United States of Biafra is risen. I welcome everyone. I want to also use this opportunity to thank our Biafra Liberation Army and our Biafra Defense Forces, the Navy and the Air Force. I thank you all so much for what you do every day, your sacrifices, despite all the distractions. I want to use this opportunity to let Biafrans know that anyone that attacks anybody in the Biafra Liberation Army, in the Biafra Defense Forces, will not go free. No, you will not go free. Anyone that attacks the family members of Biafra Liberation Army under the United States of Biafra government, the Biafra Defense Forces, you will not go free. Those criminals that are asking our army, who gives you food? How did you buy your food? So that you send your terrorist governors, the legitimized governors, to track them. I promise you, those governors will not even exist. Talk less of you. They will not in the United States of Biafra land. Those delegitimized governors. Now I know, I am convinced that the Nigerian terrorist state using the delegitimized governors in the Southeast and South governors, using the reintegrated terrorists wearing the Nigerian police and military uniform and other security apparatus are on a daily basis removing and killing and locking up innocent Biafrans in Biafra land and across the Nigerian state. I have a first-hand information. I'm telling you. That is what they do. The order comes from the above. Anybody talking about Biafra, any man or woman or individual talking about Biafra, they were ordered to take them away, lock them up. They won't even tell us their names. They won't tell you their name, whether you are a lawyer. The lawyers that have gone, that are working for the United States of Biafra, they can also give those witnesses. They do not give them names. Even though when we know that those innocent Biafrans are locked up in those DSS facilities for nothing, they didn't do anything. The order is from Tinubu and Christopher Musa to lock them up and do not tell their family members, do not tell anyone anything about them. And eventually, in the night, they take them, they go kill them and harvest their organs. That is what any presence of the Nigerian state in the United States of Biafra land today, that is what they do. And that is why they must leave our land. We will make them leave. Again, the Biafra Defense Forces and the Biafra Liberation Army, I thank you for what you do. Biafrans are very, very happy for what you do every day. And we will continue to support you despite the distractions. I want to use this opportunity to let the world and Biafrans know there is nothing like Eastern Security Network in the whole of the United States of Biafra land today. Nothing like ESN, nothing like IPOB in the United States of Biafra today. Nothing like IPOB as an organization, but there is IPOB. We all are IPOB. We are the indigenous people of Biafra. That's what we are. But the IPOB as an organization that was part of the selling of our leader, NNAMDI Kanu, that was a part of using the ESN established by our leader, NNAMDI Kanu, converting them and selling them over to the delegitimized Southeast and South governors, where they become Ebubago, where they become ESN, targeting innocent Biafrans and killing them. They are the terrorists in our land, and we will get rid of them. It is a promise. We only have Biafra Defense Forces and Biafra Liberation Army in the whole United States of Biafra today that are exempted from the terrorist list. Any party, any individual, any group that parades themselves as ESN, Ebubago, Nigerian terrorists, police, all of them are the terrorists that are removing our people, killing our people secretly, being engineered by the delegitimized Southeast and South governors. And we will protect our land. We will defend our people from your terrorism. That is a promise. This morning, earlier today, I had a meeting with the 40 state governors of the United States of Biafra. It was a very productive meeting, and I thank all the governors and their executives that were present at that meeting. The major issue we have, which I discussed with the governors, is the defense of the 40 states of the United States of Biafra by the citizens, state and county commanders, in collaboration with the state governors, commissioners, and stakeholders. we are activating the defense of our citizens and the defense of the United States of Biafra in the 40 states of the United States of Biafra by the citizens, mostly by the citizens, secondly, by our military. Those two we must activate in the next few weeks. I also discussed the establishment of the replica of the federal structure in the 40 states of the United States of Biafra. So all the 40 governors have been mandated. I know they've been working on that to establish the commissioners, about 18 to 20, 21 commissioners, replica of what we have at the federal secretary level in the states. I believe many of them have been recruiting people. And that is why we tell anything, any delegitimized governor, any Nigerian state, any Nigerian police, any Nigerian military, security in Biafra land, you are occupying a foreign land. You must leave. Because indigenous Biafrans are ready to start work immediately. They are ready to start work immediately. I also discussed the launching of the Biafra survival whistle by all the United States of Biafra citizens in the 40 states of Biafra. In the next few weeks, we've already placed order for over 5 million survival whistles from a specialized company to deliver it to all the 40 states in Biafra land. All the Biafra citizens are going to be going out to their daily work every single day carrying the Biafra survival whistle. The Biafra survival whistle is mostly for two things: to stop the killing of innocent Biafrans by the terrorist state of Nigerian military, police, security, Ebubago, and all their likes in Biafra land. Secondly, to ensure that these terrorists, they leave Biafra land. The survival whistle will be shared out to all Biafrans free of charge. You will carry that whistle once you're leaving your house. It will be like your ID card when you're going to work or when you're going to open your store. The key you use to open your store, that is what the survival whistle. You can never forget it when you're stepping out from your house. Because the Nigeria police and army, they will arrest you, they will kill you, and they will harvest your organs. That is what they've been doing. You must carry the survival whistle out anywhere you are going. Every single Biafran indigenous citizen. You will carry those whistles when you are leaving your house. Anywhere you see the Nigerian military, police, security, Ebubago, any of them trying to arrest, trying to touch, trying to humiliate, trying to kidnap any Biafran citizen, you blow that whistle. Once all Biafrans around there hear that whistle, you surround them while calling the commanders to come in immediately. You surround these criminal terrorists in our land. Whether they are police, military, you surround them. Biafrans, this survival whistle is on Ube. We will get the other names from the other tribes in the United States of Biafra. Once you see them trying to arrest, trying to break our bones using the mortar and the pistol, once you see them trying to drag our dead bodies on the street, once you see them trying to intimidate, burn our homes, destroy our homes, kill our people to go harvest their organ, you blow the whistle immediately. All Biafrans, once you hear this whistle, move to that area immediately and surround anyone there trying to harm any Biafran. dislodge them immediately. And once the commandos arrive, all the Biafrans that are trained, scattered all over the United States of Biafra, they will give those people who, no matter who they are, 48 to 72 hours to leave Biafra land. If they succeed in living at that particular time, 72 hours to leave Biafra land, they can go down to Lagos, they can go to Abuja, they can move to the north. We will collect their name, their pictures, their phone, everything. They will be given 72 hours and their address to leave Biafra land. Within 72 hours, if they do not leave Biafra land, the Biafra Defense Forces will make them leave. It is for their own benefit to leave. Immediately they leave, that if they survive the survival whistle, they must leave Biafra land. They must leave within the time given to them. It is our land. We do not need these killers in our land. They must leave. The survival whistle is also for the second thing. Anywhere in the whole Biafra land where you sight any of these terrorists wearing Nigerian police uniform, Nigerian military uniform, Nigerian Ebubago uniform, the delegitimized governors, anywhere you sight them, use the survival whistle. As far as there are crowds in that area, use the survival whistle. And that will alert the Biafran army and those whose job it is to remove the terrorists from our land. That will allow them to make them leave our land. They must leave our land. United States of Biafra is a sovereign nation with a defined map. Our map has been sent to the Nigerian government. All of them have the picture, the geography of the map of the United States of Biafra. That is the second work of the survival whistle we'll be doing for us to protect the United States of Biafra government by the people, supported by the Biafra army. I want to also use this opportunity to let us know that our Biafra online banking will soon become active. All Biafrans are required to get their Biafra ID card. Without the Biafra ID card, you cannot open the online banking. Remember, this online banking will protect you from the terrorist state of Nigeria that have been telling all these money transfer companies to shut down and lock down the bank information and our accounts, our money transfers for innocent Biafrans whose families in homeland lack all the basic amenities. Our family members are sick. They cannot go and get the appropriate health care. It baffles me and Biafrans when these people that think they owe all this Western Union, world remit, you ask Biafrans, what are you using the money for? The money we sent to our homeland. What is the money for? That is the question some of you do ask. Because the terrorist Nigerian state reports some of us to you that we are using our money to sponsor terrorism. We are using, but they refuse to tell you that our family members, our brothers and sisters live in a country where there's no electricity, there's no light, there's no, you cannot be sick. We have pregnant women die on their way to the hospital because the few individuals that open private hospitals in Nigeria, you will pay thousands of dollars for them to attend to you in time of emergency. We do not have food. They send their cows with all their reintegrated terrorists wielding AK-47. They go into our farmlands to destroy our mothers' farms, destroy our family farms. We have no crops. The cassava is destroyed. The corn is destroyed. The yam is destroyed. How do you expect us and our family members to live and thrive? Those are why we send our money from the diaspora to our homeland 247 round the clock, because we know we do not have a government. We have a corrupt Nigerian government that use the money from our oil, from the citizens, to buy homes and buy houses in Dubai, in America, in Europe. These are money they're supposed to use to provide us basic and necessary amenities that some of you enjoy in your developed world. We do not have them. Our parents stay in darkness all night with mosquito biting them. And you ask, what do we send money for them to use to do? The whole Biafra land, even in Nigeria, there is no pipe-borne water. Most of you, you go to your homes, you open the tap, there is water, clean water. You can catch the water and drink. We do not have that. There is no pipe-borne water in the whole Nigeria, talk less of in Biafra land. If you build a house, you have to establish a borehole. It is from the borehole that people that live in a flat, in an apartment, that is where they get the water to shower, to cook, to drink. Individuals have to provide these basic necessities that the government is supposed to provide for our people. They don't have it. And you ask, what do we use? How? What are we sending money for? Ain't you stupid to ask what we send money to our families in homeland, in Biafra, in Nigeria, that do not have basic hospital care? They don't. No hospital, nothing, no education. Our kids, our brothers and sisters, they don't go to school. Schools are closed on year end because of the reintegrated and rehabilitated terrorists that the Nigerian government brings into Nigeria and in Biafra land. Because when our kids, our nephews and nieces, they go to school, they are kidnapped. They kidnap them into the bush. And you ask, why are we sending money to Nigeria? Why are we sending money to Biafra land? Then the next thing, you will block or you will just cut off for nothing. Because you listen to terrorist state of Nigeria that lies against its people. How many hundreds of Christians were killed in Nigeria just within this past week? Mass killing in Plateau State. What did those innocent people do? What does those innocent children do? What did they and their family do that they have to be mass murdered, like Christians are murdered, just like that? And did you ever hear Nigeria President Tinubu to come out to talk? Did you hear Christopher Musa come out to talk? You pretend as if you don't know what is going on in Nigeria. You pretend as if you don't know the killings going on there every day by these reintegrated terrorists brought in by Nigerian state to Islamize Nigeria. You pretend as if you don't know. When we send thousands of dollars so that our nephews, our nieces can go to organized maybe private schools, because there is none, you are asking, what do we send money for? When we send money to buy foods for our people whose farms have been destroyed, you ask, what is the money for? Even one was asking, I should send one even want me to send the contract for building a home that I have. You want to see the contractor, how much the contractor is charging to build, to lay the block, to put the borehole, to put the lights, to put generator, to buy lister generator in a country where there's no light. All of you enjoy electricity in your countries. You forgot there's nothing like that in Nigeria. You forgot there's nothing like that in Biafra land. So you want our people just just stay in darkness with all the mosquito biting them. And you do not know it costs money to wire electricity privately. What the government is supposed to do, we do it privately for our people so that they can exist, so they can live. Shame on you when you believe anybody from the Nigerian state that tells you we are sending money for terrorism. Shame on you if you believe that. History will not be nice to you. If you do not know our story, that's a different thing. But if you know our story and you continue in the criminality by the Nigerian state, of the Nigerian state, then history will not be nice to you. Again, I want to let Biafrans know there is nothing like Eastern Security Network. Our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, has collapsed all the genuine ESN that worked for our leader, NNAMDI Kanu. All of them today, they are in the Biafra Liberation Army and the Biafra Defense Forces. Those are the only legitimate body in Biafra land today. And they're all coded. Our event in Washington, D.C. is coming up May 30th. I believe we may have original copies of the United States of Biafra Constitution and the original declaration documents in Washington, D.C. for sale. And I thank the committee that is working round the clock to ensure that this event is going to be huge. Thousands of Biafrans are going to be part of this, physically or online. The tickets it's just going like wildfire. We thank you all so much. And on that note, Famdi, I'll give it back to you. Thank you all so much, Biafrans. Let's go to the fundraising. And like Famdi has said today, you can donate your money using any instruction. Our new account is working in Homeland. The mandate is active. All the accounts is active. If you want to donate and hold it, our Famdi will tell you where to send that money. It is our right to continue to send money, thousands of dollars, home to Biafra land every week. We will continue to do that. Thank you so much, Famdi.
Yeah, Biafra, Biafra. Yeah, Superstar Media. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra. I wanna know. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra, Biafra. I wanna know. We going back to the land. We going back to the motherland. Biafra, Biafra. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the land. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra, Biafra. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the land.